What's up guys, Meredith with American Trucks, and today we're checking out the Rough Country SF1 fender flares in flat black, fitting all 2018 through 2020 F-150s, excluding the Raptor models. Now fenders have a number of different benefits when added to a build, and this set is going to cover it all, making it a great option for the F-150 owner looking to switch it up when it comes to style and reap the benefits of wider coverage. Now this will be great if you want a sleek, non-pocket choice to offer some extra width and side body protection if you have an aggressive stance on your truck or even a more aggressive tire that can do some damage when it comes to slinging mud, dirt, and whatever else down the side of your F-150. Now this kit will feature 4 fenders out of the set for a complete appearance, and also a sleek one with the smooth body lines and sporty details molded into the front and back of the flare. Now they will be roughly 2 inches outward from the body, providing you enough width for a wider appearance to the truck, especially with that wider wheel, tire, or stance that your truck may have or that you may want to add to it. Now a cool aspect about these fenders is also the built-in mud guard on the lower rear portion of the fender, being a little wider to help you avoid that sling for whatever terrain that you're in. Probably the best feature of all though is that these are completely bolt-on and drill free, so no need to modify your truck in order to sport this set. Now this set will be made from a tri-blend ABS material, and that ABS will have great qualities in providing a lot of flexibility for good fitment and some pretty solid durability for a plastic material. Now, the top will also be UV coated, so if you do choose to leave them this black color, they will resist any fading and sun damage over time, keeping a newer appearance to them. They'll also be paintable if you do choose to match them to your color code, so with the right prep and paint, these will also be able to blend seamlessly with your truck. Now the fenders will also come with all of the hardware and even a gasket for this upper edge to provide a weather-tight seal. This kit will come in at about $325, which is a great price for what you're getting in my opinion. Now these are going to have a bit more of that sporty feel with the angled body lines, molded details, and that pretty mild width that they're set at compared to other super wide or pocketed options. The fenders will also have that built-in mud catcher, which is a big bonus here, making it a great choice if you're in search of a well-built set of good-looking fender flares to protect the side of your F-150. Install here is going to be a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, so if you are a novice, you can totally tackle this, and it should take you about 2 hours, give or take, to get the job done. Now speaking of the install, one of our customers here has put these on their F-150 and is going to walk you through the process step by step, so that is going to wrap it up for me. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
Here's the tools I ended up using. I just had this weird little wrench that's skinny. I used it to pop the panel poppers. You'll need a wrench or an Allen wrench. This is 4mm, something to cut the stripping with, a nut driver or a little wrench with a 5.5mm and a 7mm. And if you have a small end wrench that's 5.5mm, it'll make it easier to tighten the little bolts, but I did end up using a crescent wrench that made it work. Before we install the fender on the truck, we got to install this protective edge around it so that it doesn't scratch up the paint. Looks to be 2 long ones, so I guess we'll have to cut it to fit. To do one really long one, so I'll have to cut it to fit. I've got my fender here on a table that's got cloth to not scratch it. And before I start applying it, I'm going to clean the back with a little bit of alcohol. So what we're cleaning is the upper portion, what's going to be in contact with the top part of the truck on the paint. So it's got a little red piece where the adhesion is. What I'm going to do is just get it started, a little tiny piece, maybe that much, and work my way till I get to the very end and then cut it off. about an inch at a time and working your way down. I want to follow all the little bends and contours as good as you can. Try to get a little twisted and straighten it up, I guess. Follow those little bends. Grab your cutters or scissors or whatever you like to cut the edge. And I'm going to go back and make sure everything is good and pushed and secure. You'll see it's attached right on the top, following the contour. So that'll be what's touching the paint, not the hard plastic, but the soft rubber. Do this to the other three. All right, we're gonna install the front fender. First, we got to remove the bolts. So if you look at the fender you're gonna put on, it kind of see which bolts you got to remove. So not the bottom, but the second one from the bottom, we got to remove that one. I'm just using nut driver, but if you got big tires already, you might have to remove the tire or walk, swivel, or something like that. Now I'm going to remove the inner fender. Put one right at 12 o'clock. And one more 3 o'clock. On the upper portion, you're going to use these. They're kind of bent. Use a factory hardware to put it back in. We're just going to bolt with the provided clip, so I'm going to put that onto these two. 7/32. The factory screws. Bolt these back in with them facing down. Tell you what, that's going to be easier said than done because you cannot get to these. You can't get to these very easily because you got to put that screw in and then tighten it. So to tighten these brackets back up in here, it calls for a 5.5 millimeter end wrench, which I don't have, but it looks like I can do it with a small crescent. Install the other bent bracket up here. Now that we've got the vent brackets up there and tight, now we can put the new bolt connectors. Just clip in with the barrel part to the top. And the fender should be ready to go on. partially starting it. Same vacuum bolt, 5.5 millimeter. Partially starting it as well. Now you'll use the 6 millimeter Allen wrench. Connect to those brackets that we just bolted up there. I'm going to use it a little bit to get it lined up as I'm finding out. Just tighten them up and we're all done with one. Alright, we're going to install the rear fender. Place it up here and see how we got it. Attach the mounts. Might want to come out, but it came out. So we take this clip and replace the top that you removed. So now it's a bolt. So I'm attaching the bolt bracket to the end that's got the groove. Get the fender. First I'll put a bolt where we took out that pot in the back to the alignment point. Loosely in. A little awkward because there's no holes in here for lining it up. So I'm 2020, no existing fenders. I'm putting it on there and just using it as a clamp. The foam is just to keep it from not moving around too much.
So that's going to wrap it up for my review and the install of the Rough Country SF1 fender flares in flat black, fitting all 2018 through 2020 F-150s, excluding the Raptor models, and you can find these right here at AmericanTrucks.com.